Please welcome Kestrel Lemen.
I think so. I think I am. And it is Kestrel Bird. That is my Twitter handle because I am named after a hawk. That's where my name comes from. Because I was really raised by two mad scientists. That's who this chick is. Today, I am going to talk to you about the power of fear and love, which I believe are really the core reasons why we make all of our decisions. I want you to all, for a moment, picture yourself in traffic. I know you don't want to do it, but humor me. Picture yourself in traffic. It's 40 and it's a little rushed and that person in front of you's braking really hard and maybe it's a little stressful because you need to be to work 5 minutes ago. So what do? Are you clamping down on the steering wheel and are you really pissed off at that person in front of you because they're making you late? Or you're listening to maybe to NPR, maybe you're listening to book on tape, maybe you're listening to your favorite CD, and you're relaxing. Actually, it's a beautiful sunrise. Think about that scenario. Next scenario. Somebody got a promotion, but it was not you. No. It was a coworker or friend. They are in the limelight. They have been promoted. So what are you thinking about? What's going through your mind? Are you thinking, I should have gotten that promotion? So-and-so never does anything. I do all the work anyways. I never get the promotions. Or are you thinking, hey, you know what? So-and-so really worked their butt off this quarter. High five, so-and-so. You deserve it. Because everyone's got to get a promotion sooner or later. The scenarios that I've just played out for you are examples from everyday life. But basically what's gone on is a trigger has happened, some kind of motivation went on in your mind, and then you made a decision. You consciously made a decision to either react as frustrated in driving or to lay back and relax. Then from that decision, you have the outcome, what actually went on from the trigger. And this is most of the time what we're all judged by, right, is the outcome, the end story. That's what we're all looked at and judged by. What did you end up doing in the scenario? But it's not what actually caused the scenario, is it? It's the motivation. So for a while, I worked on in my head, what could be this motivation? I can find the trigger, I can find the outcome. Where is the motivation? What could that possibly be? Maybe it's the square root and my mom and there's these genes and maybe it could be this and I had chocolate today. But no, it's none of that. It all boils down to two simple primal instincts, fear and love. Fear that you could be losing something, fear that someone is going to attack you and you need to be defensive, or love that you love people around you and you will care for them because you are devoted to them and you love yourself. In nature, we find love everywhere. Specifically, let's look at wolves. Wolves are born with sharp teeth and sharp claws, but somehow they figured out how to work together, how to love one another and be pack animals, so that even though they could kill each other if they wanted to, they don't. They work together. Vice versa, the great white shark. In its mother's womb, there is a lack of food. So what do these sharks do? They eat each other. They eat their brothers and sisters, resorting to cannibalism within the womb. Zombieland's got nothing on these guys. So where did humans kind of circle up here? All right, so check it. We all were one big clan at one time, one big clan of chimps. Then we got separated by the Congo River. The south side turned into the bonobo tribe. They had life pretty sweet. No predators, lots of food. Everything was awesome. The north side, on the other hand, not so great. Lots of predators, a lack of food, and life was hard. They had to learn to fear that things were going to come out and eat them at night, and they needed to be very aggressive in order to defend themselves and their mates. So how does this represent itself in today's? Well, you may notice from time to time that girls are a little mean to each other. This is simply our way of defending our territory, and we're also, of course, very worried that someone might be stealing our mate, thus disrupting our territory and hurting our young. Men often will puff up their chests and have big douchebaggery fights. This is an effort to, again, defend their territory. But I argue that we need love. We must rely on love because our ancestors figured it out, that just like the wolves, we are pack animals. We cannot survive winter alone. We cannot survive predators by ourselves. We need love in our life. Yes, a little bit of fear is okay. Obviously, I'm not promoting that you just go out and forget fear altogether. You do need a little bit of fear because, I mean, there are legitimate threats. I mean, don't stand in front of a moving car. I mean, there are things that are going to go on that may hurt you, and you need to make sure that you avoid those things or defend yourself against them. But I present to you as the big idea, what if you could pass on a little bit of love in your day? Just a little bit. What if you could pass a little bit on? And this is represented throughout many religions, the golden rule, the pay it forward, the nice little graph here of how that works. But if you could just pass that on, what could that do? The opposite being fear. And fear, at the end of the day, is a cruel manipulator. Governments know it, dictators know it, corporations know it, marketers sure as shit know it. They know that fear is a manipulator in order to make you do things, in order to get you to move. So for a week, I challenge all of you, if you could, to keep track of how often you're making decisions out of fear, out of jealousy, out of hatred, and out of love, out of generosity, out of caring, out of sympathy. Just keep a little tally throughout the week. Just see what it is on your iPhone, on a piece of paper, whatever. Track it, see what goes on. How much is fear really affecting your life? And then at the end, I hope that you choose love, because I have, and I continually try to, and I think it will change the world. Thank you.